If you put it where the Sun is, it would extend to the orbit of Jupiter, a monster totally unstable and on the verge of exploding. It is one of the most prominent sources of radio energy in the entire universe, delivering more energy than a billion suns. Betelgeuse, sometimes mistakenly referred to as Bug Jew or Frightening Crawly Jew, is a red giant star. If you placed it where the Sun is, it would extend to Jupiter's orbit, massive, completely unpredictable, and also nearing explosion. When we think of stars, we likely imagine tiny twinkling lights in the night sky. But stars are something entirely different. One of the most prominent stars, Betelgeuse, is far larger than our Sun. For a long time, this star has puzzled scientists, but something even more concerning has been happening with Betelgeuse. Researchers, including physicist Michio Kaku, are paying close attention. Join us in this video as we explore the latest discoveries about Betelgeuse, its impending destruction as predicted by the James Webb Space Telescope, and how this event could impact our universe and life on Earth. Betelgeuse is an enormous marvel, a massive star that has fascinated astronomers for centuries. A Greek astronomer named Antonius was the first to identify it. The star is so large and bright that it can be seen from Earth with the naked eye, especially during winter. If you're interested in astronomy, you've likely heard of or seen this star. The reddish-orange star marks the upper left shoulder of the Orion constellation. Betelgeuse is an ancient star and one of the brightest in the night sky. However, its brightness does not remain constant, it fluctuates. This variation is one of the star's defining characteristics, but it's not the only one. Most stars visible in the night sky are incredibly distant from Earth. The closest star, Proxima Centauri, is 4.2 light-years away. To put that into perspective, light travels at 186,000 miles per second, meaning 1 light-year covers an immense distance. At 600 light-years from Earth, Betelgeuse is much farther away, yet it remains one of the brightest stars we can see. Betelgeuse is enormous, hundreds of times larger than our Sun. Its radius is estimated to be around 900 to 1,000 times that of the Sun. If placed at the center of our solar system, it would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and even reach Jupiter's orbit. Despite its size, Betelgeuse is not the most massive star. Its mass is estimated to be between 12 and 19 times that of the Sun. Scientists struggle to determine its exact mass because it lacks orbiting planets or companion stars for comparison. Nonetheless, even at the lower end of estimates, Betelgeuse is a colossal celestial body. Betelgeuse's brightness fluctuates between magnitude 0 and plus 1.6, making it one of the most variable bright stars. At its peak, it can shine nearly 1,000 times brighter than the Sun. This fluctuation occurs due to internal pulsations, periodic expansions, and contractions of the star. When Betelgeuse expands, it becomes brighter. When it contracts, it dims. These cycles can last anywhere from a few months to over a year. The surface of Betelgeuse is covered in dark magnetic spots, regions where the magnetic field is much stronger than the surrounding areas. These spots prevent hot gas from rising to the surface, causing the star to cool in certain regions. While our Sun also has sunspots, Betelgeuse's spots are far larger, sometimes twice the size of Earth. Its magnetic field is much stronger than the Sun's, creating loops and arcs of plasma visible through telescopes. These magnetic properties contribute to the star's complex behavior. Betelgeuse's surface temperature is around 3,500 Kelvin, relatively low compared to the Sun's 5,778 Kelvin. This cooler temperature gives it its distinct reddish hue, characteristic of red giant stars. However, Betelgeuse wasn't always red. About 10 million years ago, it was yellowish, similar to our Sun. Around 100,000 years ago, it started shifting to orange-red, signaling its advanced age. The impending supernova. Betelgeuse produces up to 100,000 times more energy than the Sun. If it were closer, it would be visible even during the day. If it replaced the Sun, its immense size and radiation would make Earth uninhabitable. Scientists believe Betelgeuse is nearing the end of its life. When it exhausts its fuel, it will undergo a dramatic collapse, leading to a supernova, an explosive event that marks the death of massive stars. The power of a supernova is so immense that it can briefly outshine an entire galaxy. This explosion will release vast amounts of energy, creating heavy elements like iron and nickel, which are crucial for planet formation. Astronomers speculate that Betelgeuse could go supernova within the next 100,000 years, a short time span in cosmic terms. However, predicting the exact timing remains difficult. The James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, has provided new insights into Betelgeuse's behavior. Its infrared capabilities allow scientists to study the star's outer layers and magnetic fields in unprecedented detail. Recent JWST findings confirm that Betelgeuse is undergoing significant changes, including irregular brightness fluctuations and increasing instability. While the star's explosion is not imminent, ongoing observations help scientists better understand the life cycles of massive stars and the processes leading to their deaths. When Betelgeuse eventually goes supernova, it will have far-reaching effects on the universe. The explosion shockwave could trigger the formation of new stars in surrounding regions, continuing the cosmic cycle of stellar birth and death. The elements produced in the explosion will spread throughout space, enriching interstellar matter and contributing to the formation of future planets and celestial bodies. Interestingly, Betelgeuse's supernova will likely be visible from Earth without a telescope. For weeks or even months, it could appear as bright as a full moon, creating a spectacular celestial event. However, given its distance, the explosion poses no direct threat to Earth. Betelgeuse is a dynamic and fascinating star approaching the end of its life. Its eventual demise will be one of the most remarkable astronomical events of our time. While we may not be around to witness it firsthand, its study provides invaluable insights into stellar evolution and the forces shaping our universe. As astronomers continue to observe Betelgeuse with advanced telescopes, they unlock more secrets about the nature of stars and their life cycles. The story of Betelgeuse is a reminder of the ever-changing cosmos, a universe in constant motion where stars are born, evolve, and eventually fade, leaving behind the building blocks for new worlds. In recent years, astronomers have noticed unusual behavior from Betelgeuse. One of the most significant events occurred in late 2019 and early 2020 when the star's brightness dramatically dimmed. This sudden darkening, referred to as the Great Dimming, led some scientists to speculate that Betelgeuse might be on the verge of exploding. However, further investigation revealed that this dimming was caused by a massive ejection of gas and dust which temporarily obscured the star's light from our vantage point. Despite this event, Betelgeuse continues to behave unpredictably. Observations from the James Webb Space Telescope (JWST) and other space-based observatories indicate that its outer layers are unstable. Some scientists believe these fluctuations suggest that the star is undergoing significant internal changes, possibly signaling that it is moving closer to the final stages of its life. Betelgeuse is currently fusing heavier elements like helium, carbon, and oxygen in its core. Eventually, it will reach iron, the point at which nuclear fusion can no longer generate energy. The sudden collapse will generate a shockwave, causing the outer layers of the star to be violently ejected into space. This explosion will release an enormous amount of energy, briefly making Betelgeuse as bright as an entire galaxy for several weeks or months. One of the biggest questions surrounding Betelgeuse's explosion is whether it could impact Earth. Fortunately, at a distance of about 600 light-years, we are too far away for the explosion to cause direct harm. However, it could still have noticeable effects. A bright celestial event, Betelgeuse's supernova, could be as bright as the full moon for weeks or even months. It would be visible in both the daytime and nighttime sky, marking one of the most spectacular astronomical events in human history. Cosmic radiation supernovae emit high-energy radiation, including gamma rays and cosmic rays. However, because of Betelgeuse's distance, Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field would protect us from any harmful radiation. Impact on nearby stars: the explosion will send a shockwave through space, possibly triggering the formation of new stars in the Orion constellation. The eventual explosion of Betelgeuse will provide an unprecedented scientific opportunity to study a supernova in real time. Most supernovae we observe occur millions or billions of light-years away, meaning we often see them only as faint flashes in distant galaxies. However, Betelgeuse is close enough for astronomers to observe the explosion in extraordinary detail. Betelgeuse's supernova will mark the end of this particular star, but it will also trigger the birth of new stars. The explosion will disperse gas and dust throughout the Orion constellation, enriching the surrounding interstellar medium. Over millions of years, these materials could collapse under gravity, forming new stars and planetary systems. This process is part of the continuous cycle of star birth and death that shapes the evolution of galaxies. While we don't know exactly when Betelgeuse will explode, it is certain that it will happen within the next 100,000 years, a blink of an eye in astronomical terms. Whether it happens tomorrow or thousands of years from now, the event will be one of the most extraordinary in human history. For now, astronomers continue to monitor Betelgeuse closely with telescopes like JWST, Hubble, and ground-based observatories. When the day finally comes, we will witness a cosmic event that will illuminate the night sky like never before, a spectacular reminder of the universe's constant change and evolution.